Alright, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I get asked all the time what I'm shooting on now, especially going into 2026, so I thought I'd sit down and break it all down properly. This isn't a look how much gear I've got video, it's just an honest look at what I actually use on shoots. Before we get into the cameras and the lenses, let's start with the bag, because this is where everything begins. This is the Peter McKinnon 35 litre and it carries my entire working setup. The main reason I like this bag is how flexible it is. I can pack it neatly for travel or quickly reconfigure it for full day shoots without fighting the layout. It's got enough structure to properly protect the gear, but it doesn't feel over rigid or bulky. For me, it hits the sweet spot. Big enough to carry everything I need, but still comfortable enough to wear every day. Once this bag is packed, it stays packed. That means when I head out on a shoot, I know exactly where everything is, and also I'm not wasting time digging around to try and find other things. So with that covered, let's get into what actually lives inside the camera bag, starting with the cameras. The first camera is the Sony FX3. This is my main video camera and the one I trust most on paid work. The low light performance is excellent, the autofocus is rock solid and the colours are very easy to work with. It's also really small and lightweight, which is a big plus when you're shooting long days or travelling. It doesn't draw much attention on location either, which actually helps on tighter or more discreet shoots. I've got it in a small rig cage, mainly for protection and durability, but also for mounting accessories like mics and monitors and keeping everything locked in. When it's in the cage, you can add so many more accessories to it. You can add matte boxes, V-mounts to build a nice cinema rig, but also not just that, you can build so much more. Alongside that is the Sony a7 IV. This is my all-rounder and hybrid camera. I use it for photos, as a B-roll camera, for YouTube, and for travel work. The image quality is still fantastic and it pairs really nicely with the FX3 when I'm running two cameras on a shoot. I've also got this in a small rig cage, mainly for consistency across my setups and a bit of extra protection. Between these two cameras, I'm covered for pretty much everything I shoot. Moving on to the lenses. My lens setup is fairly simple and very intentional. I've got a Sony 16-35mm G Master. This is my go-to lens for interiors, property work, and talking heads when I want to show the environment behind everyone. It's also really good for travel content, where I want the footage to feel a little bit more dynamic. Moving on, we then have the 24-70 G Master version 1. This is easily my most used lens. If I'm turning up to a shoot and I don't know exactly what I need, this goes straight on the camera. It covers most situations, keeps things consistent, and saves me from constantly changing lens when things are moving quickly. If I could only take one lens out, it would be this one. Then lastly, we have the Sony 50mm lens. This is what I reach for when I want things to feel a bit more cinematic. I use it for detailed shots, portraits, and product work, and it gives a really clean, natural look without being over the top. And for the price tag of £150, this is a must for your camera bag. Then moving on to filters and accessories. For filters, I keep things fairly simple. I use a short stash everyday polarizer, which is on my lens most of the time when I'm shooting outdoors. It helps control reflections, deepen skies, and just cleans up the image straight away. I also carry the Peter McKinnon polarizer and mist ND filter. This has been in my camera bag for a very long time and I absolutely love it. This is essential for controlling exposure, especially when shooting in wide open, brighter conditions. With it also being a mist filter, it helps to slightly soften highlights and take the digital edge off the skin tones. It's subtle, but makes a massive difference. This adds so much to your footage. I would highly recommend one of these two. One thing that everyone forgets is a small camera cleaning kit. I always carry one of these in my bag. It's not exciting, but it's probably one of the most used things in my bag. Then we move on to audio. For audio, I'm using the DJI Mic 2s, usually paired with the DJI Lav mic. They're really quick to set up, very reliable and ideal for interviews or run and gun shoots. Audio is one of them things that makes a huge difference in how professional your work feels, so I never skip on it. Alongside that, I also keep a Rode video mic in the bag. That's mainly for on-camera audio, backup audio, or situations where I need to move quickly and keep things really simple. When I'm out on shoot, the key thing is to monitor your footage. For monitoring, I use the Atmos Shinobi. It's lightweight, bright, and lets me judge properly focus and exposure, especially when shooting in bright conditions or when the camera's rigged awkwardly. I pair with the Condor Blue HDMI cables. They're solid, lock in well, and I've had fair fewer issues compared to cheaper cables. Editing is done on a 16-inch MacBook Pro M3 Pro. It handles client work, YouTube, and travel edits without slowing me down, which is exactly what I need. When on the go, you start to lose power very quickly, and you don't want to be carrying loads of batteries all the time. So I tend to use the Anker 165 watt power bank charger. This is great because it has a retractable cable, but also the charging cable is built in, so you don't have to carry any more cables. It is all in this one unit. It also has a USB-C port and also has a USB port as well, so you can pretty much charge everything off this one device. There are also a few smaller things I always carry that don't get as much spotlight, but are essential for keeping shoots smooth. First up, spare batteries. I always carry a couple extra, plus a charger. It sounds boring, but running out of power mid-shoot is a complete nightmare. Memory cards are another one. I always carry more than a few in the bag. You never know what's going to happen. And one of my favourite tools is the Small Rig multi-tool, mainly for tightening cages or plates and just fixing things quickly without hunting around. I don't carry everything every day. Things like big tripods, lighting or gimbals depend on the shoot, but these small items live in the bag all the time, keeping me ready for anything. A lot of this setup, and more importantly how I actually use it, is exactly what I break down inside the Frame and Focus series. It's not about buying loads of gear, it's about understanding your camera, your lens, your settings, and how to actually use them confidently in the real world. If you're new to videography or photography, or just want to tighten up your workflow, feel more professional, that's what this is built for. So if you're interested in the Frame and Focus series, hit the link down below. That's my full camera bag going into 2026. Every piece of gear has a purpose. Everything earns its place, and if you've got any questions about the setup or how I use it, drop them in the comments. And if you want more behind the scenes content, honest gear breakdowns, real world advice, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.